Hello, everyone. How are you? Are you well? I hope so. Before we begin, a big thank you to our loyal listener on Spotify who is always leaving such helpful comments for us each week. Unfortunately, we can forget to include some information as we waffle on and get pulled from subject to subject, so I do appreciate you highlighting things for us. Secondly, over the next few weeks, instead of Roberta and Owen episodes, it's going to be Roberta and Guests episodes. It's deviating from the original plan, but I think that's a natural progression, and hopefully these episodes will be warmly received by everyone. This week we'll be hearing from the Queen, that is Anna Szymanska. The following Monday is another Queen and the legend, that is Colleen Moore. That might be a two-part episode, I'm not really sure yet. If it is, it'll be released probably part 1 on the Sunday, part 2 on the Wednesday. Really don't know. And the following week will be another Queen, but this one is Belgian. Ooh, fancy. It's Strongbow Archer's co-founder, treasurer and love of my life, Michelle Castillo. As I said, this week we are hearing from Anna Szymanska, who is a member from our second round of beginners classes, which finished in February or so this year. And since she joined, God, I sound so creepy with this, but since she joined, I've been fascinated by her focus, her drive, her development, watching her confidence grow. And she's almost been a bit of an enigma to me. So it was really lovely to get and sit and talk with her and see who she is. And she's every bit as wonderful as I thought she'd be. I can hear the restraining order paperwork being processed as I speak. So, on that note, I sincerely hope you enjoy this episode. And thanks again to Anna for letting me into her home and giving her time. Anna,
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't tell me that you started recording earlier. Okay, all right.
So, thank you for
Yeah.
sitting down with me today.
Yeah,
How are you
it's
feeling?
pleasure. It's pleasure.
How are you feeling?
Today, actually, I'm a bit tired after this shooting because 2 hours.
Yeah.
We did 2 hours. Yeah, after 2 hours, almost constant shooting, it is tiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Should probably explain that to our listeners that we are recording this after shooting on a Wednesday night, a hot Wednesday night.
yeah.
So we're in your house, which I love, recording, and I'm putting her on the spot. So let's pretend it's like a job interview. Tell me about you.
Oh, about me. Like what?
Whatever you're comfortable with. You don't have to go into...
Yeah, I came here from Poland. I live in Ireland like over 20 years, 22 years will be.
Is it?
Yeah, 22 years, yeah. And originally I never thought that we will stay for long. The original plan was like, okay, we will go. Actually, my husband came first and I followed half year later. So yeah, the plan was okay, 2-3 years, but we'll be going back to Poland. But then second child was born, then third child was born. Yeah, children started school, and between school, birthday parties, everything, like all of a sudden we realized, okay, we are here 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
we moved down from Dublin, and I remember being like, I'm not going to be staying here, and 11 years later we're still here.
Yeah, we lived in Newbridge for 1 year, but obviously prices there are like shocking. So we found some house here in Portalington. In Portalington we are like 21 years.
With regards to archery then, how did you get involved? How did you hear about it?
Archery. I was actually interested in archery from very early childhood. Believe it or not, but when I was like 6 years old maybe, I made my first bow.
Really?
Yeah, obviously bow, like childish. Yeah. I found out some stick and that was too thick, then not too elastic. Then so I've tried few. Then I found the perfect one. Then I took some string or something I found in father's shed or something like that. So that way I made my very first bow. Then some sticks as the arrows, and I started to shoot.
Well, what piqued your interest in it? Was it on TV or something you read?
I think I don't remember, to be honest, but if anything, it was some book, because from the moment I started to learn to read, I read a lot.
Yeah.
So probably, I would say probably some books. And so archery from very early childhood, but then in Poland, I lived in very small village. So obviously we didn't have anything like archery clubs or anything that. And that was different time there. So no, anything like archery would be luxury.
Right.
Yeah. And then my daughter, the oldest one, when she was in primary school, she mentioned, "Oh, I would love to do archery." Then we went, I think, to Wexford, this Heritage National Park in Wexford. And on that day when we visited this park, they had archery.
Right.
So all of my daughters tried, and even Arthur tried, not me.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe I don't like to be involved in anything when people watching me.
Okay.
That's, I think, my biggest problem. Because there were lots of people, I let them try, and I just watched. But that was first time here in Ireland. And then what? And then nothing. And just last year, I found this advertisement that we would love to open archery club. If anyone is interested, send an email. And I brought this to Arthur. Look. So Arthur sent an email, and obviously Arthur was the first to go. Yeah. And that's how it started. And actually, I never thought that I'm gonna have so much fun, because I thought, okay, I will try this archery because I always wanted, I had this in my mind, in my head, but I never realized that I'm gonna love this so much.
It just sneaks up and, I don't know. It's just addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah, it
Despite
is.
the frustrations,
Because
it's very
like today in the lab, I was working, preparing all of these samples, and in my head was, okay, another 70 samples, and then will be the end of the day, and then I will go to archery.
Yeah.
So that was my thought during the day. And actually, I very often, I think, during my working day, okay, another break, then another 2 hours, and I will be going home and to archery.
That's excellent though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's horrible kind of feeling you have to go somewhere and you're forced to go somewhere, whereas with this, I just can't wait to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the very first time you shot a bow and arrow in the club, how did that feel?
The very first time was during our training course.
And given, sorry, just to interrupt you on that, given that you have those kind of feelings of anxiety maybe about being in front of people doing things, how was that then for you going into that course?
During training course, that was a big issue.
Right.
I kept in mind people watching how I'm shooting, and I have no idea what to do. Obviously, all of the coaches like Veronica, Michelle, or Owen, they guided us. And during the moment when I stand in front of the target, when I held the bow, I just stopped thinking about people.
Yeah.
But the moment I finished, then was again the thing. And after training course, when I started to go for our trainings during Wednesdays and Saturdays, then all of a sudden it stopped bothering me.
Because you realized, and I don't mean this in the way that it sounds, that nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean that nobody cares about you. Nobody's standing there critiquing you and saying she's doing that wrong.
And the other thing, when I actually focused on shooting, on my improvement, so it's like I stand in front of the target and you can talk to me, but I don't listen to you.
Yes.
I don't hear. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just see the target. And from very first arrow to the very last, I don't care what's going on around. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You just zone into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what type of bow do you use? I'll get through an episode where I don't stutter. I swear to God. And why did you choose that one?
Why I use traditional bow? Why? Because I was guided actually by Owen. I didn't have idea what bow I would like to shoot or what bow would suit me. That was just guidance, and actually Arthur was the one who bought me, because he asked me, so we know that it has to be traditional, but what color, he knew all of the technical things. I said, whatever. I really didn't care at the time. And then I said, okay, it can be blue, because my life is all about blue. Like, I love blue. I don't know why, but I think blue, I know I like. So I said, okay, can be blue. And the very first time I held it, actually, I didn't feel anything.
Did you not?
Maybe that's gonna be a surprise for people who will listen, but no, I didn't feel anything. I just took the bow, I clicked, I said, okay, whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, I found difference when I started to show that the training bows, they are used by different people, by everyone, So this one is always used only by me. Yeah. Then, I got a new string, and that improved my shooting, I think. But I wasn't overexcited. Oh my gosh, I got a bow. No,
when my one first arrived, I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, this is real now. I'm actually doing this. And I was like, shit, I'm committed to it now. And everybody was just like, that's great, bow. And I'm like, yeah, no, do you want it? Because I'm terrified.
Yeah, I heard the same, oh, great bow, super, super. It's gonna, yeah, okay, if you're saying so. Yeah. And actually, the very first day when I started to shoot, I thought, oh gosh, it's too heavy. It's too high poundage, I think. And I was slightly disappointed. I don't remember what poundage I shot during the training, maybe 18, maybe.
And you're 20 now, isn't it? Yeah.
20. So even these 2 pounds, it made huge difference. So after first day, I came back home and I said, Arthur, I think I got the wrong one. I'm not gonna shoot this one. So Arthur is always optimistic. So he said, oh, don't worry. So we buy different limbs and we lower the poundage and you will be comfortable. I said, yeah, super. That's the option. Yeah. But then again, in no time, I just started to shoot, and in no time I realized, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just needed tweaking, really.
Yeah. Yeah. But everything was like with the glove I used. It was exactly the same.
Yeah.
The very first day I put it on and I tried to shoot, arrow fell to the ground. And I said, no fucking way, I'm gonna use the glove.
Yeah.
So the whole training I shoot without.
Yeah.
And obviously I regretted this 1,000 times, because the very next day, actually for 2 days, I felt in my fingers that I shot these few arrows without the gloves. So then I started to use, and again 2-3 trainings, and now it's like my second skin.
Yeah, I think you and I are quite similar in a lot of ways, because I put on the glove and instantly I was like, fuck no. So that's why I tape my fingers now. I don't even use the glove. People are like, you have to break it in. I was like, no, it takes too long. No, you want that comfort and that perfection straight away.
Yeah, I know. Like I understood, that's the very brand new glove. So obviously leather needs to be break. So it needs time. But in my mind was,
don't have the time. I don't want that.
Exactly. Like with everything, I started to shoot, and I wanted to be perfect from very first day. Yeah.
I just apologize to the listeners, because I'm drinking a drink with ice and they're going to hear it. but it's very hot, so stop annoying me. So what then? I suppose that leads on to what has archery taught you about yourself, and has it changed how you approach other areas of your life?
I think I started to learn patience because I really, truly, I don't have patience for anything. And like I mentioned before, I want to be perfect from very beginning. And that applies to every aspect of my life.
Yeah.
When I started my work in garden center, I wanted to know everything in 2 days. And I was frustrated. So my boss came and said, Anna, for fuck's sake, you're working here 2 days. And when I was leaving that place, on the very last day, he said, so remember in your new job, just give yourself time. And now I started archery, and again, I wanted to be perfect. And I was so frustrated when arrows went all over the board, when they missed the target. That was even worse. So I think archery teaches me patience.
But do you only have the patience in that moment with archery, or does it extend across other areas of your life?
I would say only with archery, because every different aspect of my life, I still want to be good and quickly. I need to achieve this very fast. Like when we went for 3D shooting, my very first 3D shooting and the very first target, and I missed it. In my head was, what? Then during the day, obviously, I started to get better. So yeah, my spirit lifted a bit. But then the second 3D shooting and the same story again. So I think on the third one, Arthur was in the group with me, and he saw how frustrated I am.
You should probably tell everybody that Arthur is your husband.
Yeah, Arthur is my husband. Yeah. So he saw how frustrated I am. And then after all of this shooting, when we were heading back home, he said, you know what? At some point, I just thought, please let her hit the target. Yeah, and the moment I hit the first target, okay, the pressure went down and I started to feel a bit better, and then everything just started to go better. With 3D shooting, again, I have no patience. Yeah.
Do you think then that putting that kind of pressure on yourself then affects your shooting?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I can see now, after a few months of shooting trainings, going to 3D shooting, I can definitely say the less I think about hitting target, the better it, especially during 3D shooting, when I'm really focused on the target. I miss target every time almost. When I stand in front of the target and I just, okay, I raise the bow and release arrow, then again I hit it. Same is in the hole. When I'm relaxed, when my thoughts actually wandering around, and sometimes I think about completely different subject, like about my kids or about my parents or something else, or about the book I just started to read, then I'm shooting perfect. The moment I start, okay, I need to hit the bullseye, everything goes wrong. And the more frustrated I am, obviously, I shoot worse and worse.
And how do you juggle archery with your other responsibilities?
My kids are, they, like, two daughters are grown-ups. Yeah. So obviously they look after themselves. The youngest one is 15. So again, she does everything on her own. At this age, they actually don't need us. They are happy on their own. And actually, after all of these years, when we were really involved in their life, in their friends, in all of these trips we went, all of a sudden we got plenty of time on our hands, like three 3-4 years now. So archery actually fitted nicely in that place. Yeah, it was perfect timing, I would say.
And what motivates you to practice regularly? Are there kind of specific goals or anything that you're aiming for?
Before I signed up for European Championship, I went there for pure pleasure of shooting.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I wanted to get better in some time, and that's it. The moment I made this decision, I signed up. Now my head is, I need to train for this championship. There is no way I have to train because what? Because I'm like at the very beginning of the archery journey. So obviously I just don't want make fool of myself being there and shooting like.
And the thing is that I feel the same about it, but then I also know that every single person started somewhere. Every single person who's going to be there, even if we go and we shoot and why is my arrow on that other person's target way over the thing, I'm there for me. And it's easier said than done, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
We have to remember that, again, no one cares.
Maybe my problem is that I was brought up that way. When you start to do something, you have to reach that perfectionism. Yeah, you have to be perfect. So
it's very hard to get out of that mindset.
Because like in secondary school, I set my mind that I'm gonna take part in this again biology championship, and you could win entry for any university you wanted. So I set up my mind on it, and I didn't even think that I'm not gonna win.
Yeah.
So I went there and I won. But the pressure is always huge, massive. And now, obviously, I am not lying to myself that I'm gonna go to this archery championship and I'm gonna win. But I want to give my best.
Exactly, yeah. Your best for you. Yeah.
So I know that I'm going to train very hard just because I want to achieve the best what I can.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
No, I think that's healthy though.
I don't know
not
if
going
it's healthy.
but no, you're not going
Sometimes-
expecting to be up on the podium first place. Yay,
Yeah.
wahoo. It's just
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is healthy, a healthy
Okay.
way to go into it. Because you're not fooling yourself.
No, obviously.
I think it's going to be great fun though.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
And we're all in the same hotel from what I'm aware of, so God almighty, that's just going to be.
Yeah, we just booked up our hotel as well.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to shoot with a hangover, but I'm sure I'm going to find out. Like,
we will see. We will see. Yeah.
And so, then has archery affected your confidence now, and how you see yourself?
I don't know if affected. It would be in positive way because, like, after first few shooting, I thought I'm such a bad in. I don't think I can do archery, but slowly, like from when January up to now, up to July, so few months, and I can see that I started slowly progressing. So there is hope for me.
There's a method to it.
So
Yeah.
definitely, I think that build up my confidence that actually maybe I can do it.
But you're shit hot. And you shoot, you're really good. But then you're like me, and if I compliment you, you're no, shut up, God, and troubleshoot at me. You can't take the compliment, absolutely.
No,
But
it's
no,
difficult.
You were really good. Like, I'll stand there after my 3 arrows, thank you, Owen, I'm so bored. But anyway, my 3 arrows, and I'll watch you, haha, and watch your form.
I didn't know.
Yes, like a psycho just peering at you, but I'll watch you and watch your grouping and watch your form and everything, and it's just really good.
Thank you.
Says me, who's only doing it a few months more than you. Yeah, no, I think you.
Now I will join the round with 3 arrows.
Oh God, welcome. It's so boring.
God. But actually, I realized I I slow down a bit, and that helps me. Actually, that helps me to aim better and to achieve something. Like before, I was like arrow after arrow, just bang, bang, 10 arrows. Okay. And I was waiting for people to finish the round. Yeah. But now I slow down, and that helps me tremendously, I would say.
It's even slower with the 3 because I think you have 3 minutes to shoot 3 arrows.
Okay.
So you've loads of time, but I'm still doing it a bit too fast. But
3 minutes for 3 arrows. Yeah.
So that's what we're training for, which is okay. I've shot them.
You think 3 minutes for 3 arrows it will be?
So you're gonna be doing that with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from next. I don't know if I will be on Saturday, but from next training. Yeah.
Bring a book. So do you enjoy the social side of archery, or do you prefer focusing on the personal side, the personal challenge?
I enjoy both because so many different people, and maybe it doesn't seem like I'm really involved in everything, but I'm listening to people, I'm listening what they're saying. I really enjoy this side of archery as well, when we have our tea break, all of this talks, jokes, everything.
Aaron's banana bread.
Yeah. I enjoy both of the sides. The shooting, my personal involvement in that, but the other side as well.
When things get frustrating, how do you handle them?
I usually leave the room.
Why?
Because when I am really frustrated, I cannot stop thinking how badly everything went, and then just tears guttering in my eyes.
Okay.
I cannot stop it, and I don't like people see me in this state. So I leave the room usually, or I hide somewhere. I just hate people seeing me like that, because I always have this in my mind. I have to be strong.
Yeah.
I cannot show anything like.
So how is that going to be addressed before competitions then?
I think I'm getting better, because when March, April, I got frustrated very easily. Now in July, I see my arrows and I see, fuck. They are all over the target, not the board, but target. Yeah. But I said, okay, next round is gonna be better. And that's it. So I think maybe I'm getting better in handling my frustration, because I left room only once.
Last Saturday or the Wednesday before?
Yeah, something like yeah.
Because I noticed you'd left and I was kind of like, sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be like, are you okay? Because that makes it worse. And you're just like, please just give me a bit of space.
Yeah, I'm this type of person. When I'm frustrated, when I'm angry, just leave me alone. I need my time somewhere, in different room, in the garden or somewhere else. Just leave me alone, and I need 5-10 minutes. That's it. Then I'm fine. Yeah.
And having said that, though, is there anything that the other members could do or the club can do to help you with that aspect of things? Or is it a case of just let her alone, let her work through it?
I think in my case, it's leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's the best what you can do. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. So can you share some successes you've had in your archery journey so far and what made those special?
So some success?
Yeah, successes that you've had.
I think my progress in 3D shooting, I can see small progress in my 3D shooting, and I'm quite happy that, because I'm not that great in 3D shooting.
Yeah, the other week you were saying it's not for you.
Yeah, like I enjoy more the social side of 3D shooting rather than hitting targets, because I know that I'm not that great. When people saying, oh, group 3 or group 4, 50 yards, 40 yards, to me 50 or 40 doesn't make any difference. When I look at the target, it really doesn't matter, it's 50, 40 or 40, 30. Really, I can say the difference between 20 and 50. Yeah, okay, I can see the difference. Yeah, but not, I estimate my shooting, like I release my first arrow, and okay, then if I remember where I was pointing that arrow, I can try to correct. But the problem is the most of the time, like 95% of the time, I don't remember where I was pointing in the first time. With targets in the hole, it's completely different story, because I have the same distance and I can shoot 2-3 arrows. I know where I pointed, so I can correct. And then after I correct, now I know after a few months of shooting, okay, I can try to correct, and then I can see the progress. So I think 3D shooting is fun, and I had lots of fun every time I went there. But I'm not good in 3D shooting. Like, I need to look at everything logically. Like in the hall, I can logically set everything up. I can estimate everything. Where in the woods, everything is different. Every target is set up differently, different sizes. And then when you stand, you just need to stand at certain point. You have to stand near the marker. And now I'm happy. Oh, progress. I can see progress, that I can shoot between trees. Because my first 2 shooting was like, I hit every possible tree in the way. If I would like to aim at this tree, I'm sure I would never hit the tree. But because I was aiming at the target, obviously I hit all of the. Imagine my last 3D competition. At some point, it was really bad. I lost 3 arrows, lost in the woods, and we had 11 or 12 targets ahead, and I was left with 3 last arrows. So in my head was,
what are you going to do?
what I'm gonna do if I will lose another one?
Yeah.
Not mention 2. That will be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I thought, okay, next time I'm gonna bring not 6, not 9, I think 12, just in case.
Somehow.
Oh, my very first competition was the worst, because I broke 3 or 4 on the stones. I hit stones and shaft was broke, or tip was bended. So 3 or 4, and I lost, I think, 3 or 4. So
They haven't come back yet, no.
Not yet. Hopefully they will, but not yet. So my very first competition was like, oh gosh. And next one were better. Just the last one, I don't know, all of a sudden 3 arrows in at the same target, 3 arrows went
wherever they've gone.
Yeah. So the progress is there, actually. I don't see trees now. Even if they are there, I see the target, and actually I can shoot between trees.
Cool.
Not 100% of the time, but.
And would that be a little milestone that you're proud of?
Oh yeah, definitely. And the other thing that I corrected my shooting, I at the very beginning, all of my arrows went to the left, aiming to the right to shoot the center. So yeah, I have changed my anchor point, and that changed everything in one day.
I remember that. Because I remember you saying to me about changing mine, and I was like, I don't know. And then changed it, and it's like.
But it took time to get used to it. Like I forgot. After changing my anchor point, I went to 3D shooting, and then sometimes I remember, sometimes I didn't. So that shooting was like all over the place. So again, it took me quite a few trainings, but now I don't need to remember. I just know. It's natural.
And was there any particular time when you felt like you really nailed a shot? Is there one that stands out to you and you're, oh yes?
No.
You do it all the time, by the way. You really do.
No, but okay, I'm not gonna say this here, because no, I'm not gonna admit.
You are gonna admit it. Pick yourself up. Say it.
But you're gonna cut it out, okay?
Okay. Maybe.
Like, whenever I really hit the target really nicely, it wasn't because I was aiming there, it was pure luck. Now, after all of these months, after all of these arrows I shot, I know that when I aim, in my mind, I have certain moment, and I know, well, if I release exactly at this moment, I'm gonna hit near the center or the center. And that's for the split of second. If I do that release in this very moment, I hit almost what I want. If I hesitate for split of second, it's all over the board.
And have you received any compliments or encouragement that have meant a lot to you? You can't take a compliment, though. You really can't.
That's my problem. But yeah, I received people who are there, who shooting with me, they complimenting me. But then again, I feel, I don't deserve it.
Is it because you haven't got it perfect, so you feel that you don't deserve to have that compliment?
That, or because I'm just beginner, and I think, no, it's not. Oh, come on. When I will get better, when I will be better archer after maybe 2-3 years, maybe then. But now I don't feel like I deserve. And but really, truly,
you don't have to be doing something a certain amount of time to be good at it and to receive compliments about it.
But I don't know. That's me.
I know, I get it, yeah. No, trust me, I get it.
Every time when don't get me wrong, every time when I hear something, oh, you shoot really well, or your grouping is excellent, I'm proud of myself. But at the same time, I say, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't think I deserve it. So it's too...
I call that pennies, hun.
All right.
The way in Ireland you compliment someone's dress, and instead of going, yeah, it's a nice dress, they go, oh, pennies, hun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So if I compliment someone or someone compliments me, I'm like, shut up, and it's pennies, hun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a stupid analogy, but when little kids start to walk, we're always bigging them up and praising them. They're not perfect at it. They don't have to be perfect at it. It's the same with archery. You know, but again, when you grow up with a certain mindset, it's really hard to change that. Like, I can accept the compliment. I am worthy of the compliment. It's okay. Look, I'm going to tell you every day, every time I see you now, I'm going to be like, you're brilliant, wonderful. The biggest challenges you've faced in learning archery, and how did you overcome them? Would it have been like your anchor point and that kind of thing? Or was there anything that you struggled with and you're still struggling with, do you think?
So definitely at the very beginning was shooting arrows to the left. That was huge thing. I'm glad that I have changed this. Now I think, like when I shoot in the hole, I use this marker on the floor just to take my mind off the aiming. And I think, to me, the biggest challenge now is gonna be to take this marker, and shoot. Yeah, like even today, it was gone. And I had it in perfect spot. Like when I shoot the first round, I aim without marker. And then I place marker roughly where I think it's gonna be good. Then the second round, I correct it a bit, and then usually is fine. So after a few rounds, was gone. And we were just standing in the line and about to start shooting. I said, okay, I'm gonna be fine. And yeah, it wasn't bad, but I think that's gonna be, as for now, the biggest challenge, to remove this marker and start to aiming just like you're supposed to. Because in my head is, when I will be there in Waterford, I'm not gonna have this marker. Owen said to me, don't worry about this now, you won't need this marker later. So I believe in his coaching. I'm just going to follow up. But in my head is still, oh gosh, maybe next time I'm gonna, but then no, it's so nice to shoot with the markers.
So looking ahead, what are your short-term goals in archery, not including the competition? Are you going to be doing some of the indoors during the winter?
Maybe.
Because I need to do the indoors so that I can get used to the environments and the noises and the beepers and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. That would be nice actually, because I cannot imagine going there to Waterford and the very first time you will be there and what's going on. I think I'm gonna shoot the way I shoot now. So that's my way. And like I mentioned before, when I stand in front of the target, when I have my bow and arrows, I shut down everything around me.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that I might swear too loud over there.
I think it'd be noisy enough that you'll be okay.
Okay.
So what new skills or techniques do you think you want to master next? And do you
I
see
don't know.
yourself even changing bow type, or are you happy with the bow type that you have?
I started to think about longbow. Actually, I forgot about that when you asked me about bow at the very beginning of our interview. The longbow was the very first bow catching my attention.
Why?
I don't know, because I like the shape.
Have you shot one?
No.
Okay.
And then I just, again, I went for traditional one, because the easy part is if poundage would not suit me, I can change limbs and I can. So I wasn't sure what poundage actually will be the best for me. And I think that was the safest option. When you buy longbow, I think, if I remember correctly, 25 poundage is the lowest one. So that was just pure logic and to be able to change something.
I think that is completely logical until you
Yeah.
find your thing.
But now, after shooting, I just like the shape of longbow. Oh,
They are nice.
yeah.
They look nice.
They look nice. I look at Michelle's longbow. Oh, it's beautiful. I won't think about different bow before competition because there is no point. I will shoot traditional in Waterford, so I'm gonna stick to it. But later, I don't know, maybe later, if I go, I think I will go for longbow. But then again, I think, okay, how I'm gonna fit this bow in our car, because you cannot fold it.
And what advice would you give to someone thinking about starting archery?
Just start it.
Is there anything you wish you'd known at the start?
I don't think so. I just went there because I wanted to see how it's gonna be. And I wasn't sure if I really like it or it's just my imagination because some sentiment from my childhood. Or so I wasn't sure about archery. So for anyone who would like to try, just go, try, and you will see.
Is there anything else you would like to add or say?
I don't know, I talked so much. I never thought that I will be so comfortable.
I told you it'd be okay.
Yeah, before we started, I was thinking, okay, there will be microphone, there will be some questions. I don't know how I'm gonna answer or how I'm gonna. Yeah, it was but it was good experience. I survived.
There's nothing you want to add or
no, I
say
really don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
I'm glad that I meet so many nice people, and I think our club is really friendly and really good place to go. And even if you don't shoot, you have few people to talk, you get some advice, so it's a very good place to go. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. I can't talk. I'm so sick of this. I shouldn't be interviewing people. I really appreciate it. And it's been lovely talking with you, and it's been lovely shooting with you. So thank you.